Had the opportunity to spend the last 25 plus years helping service businesses streamline their operations. And after working with many companies across the country, I've noticed something consistent. Most owners are doing almost everything right. They show up, they deliver quality work, they take care of their customers. But yet, the financial results don't often reflect the effort they're putting in. And then on the other hand, I've seen average businesses become highly profitable without hiring more people or even taking on more jobs. The difference always comes down to three operational gaps. And today I'm going to walk you through all three and show you exactly how to correct them so your business can produce the income it should be producing. So let's get into these operational gaps. A mistake number one, you could say, is not tracking job profitability in real time. Most contractors don't know if a job was actually profitable until the project is finished, sometimes 30 plus days later. By the time they look at the numbers, it's too late to correct anything. Now envision this. Here's how this actually happens. Now, you bid a job with what you believe is a healthy margin. The work begins, materials get purchased, labor accumulates, but none of it's tracked in real time. Then when you finally total everything up, a job that should have produced $8,000 in profit ends up only generating $2,000 or even less. The costs were higher than expected. The crew needed more time. The margin just disappeared before you ever saw it. This happens repeatedly when you're operating without real-time visibility. So how do you fix it? Well, your job management system should track actual costs as they occur. You should be able to add materials as they're purchased, ensure that crew logs are entering their hours immediately, and monitor that margin as it updates in real time. Even receive alerts when it drops below your target. This gives you the opportunity to correct the problems while the job is still active, not after the money's already gone. So let me share my screen and just illustrate how this can easily take place in SolvePro. So as you look at my screen, we're going to click on work orders, and let's just look at a work order. We'll pick 84. Now, it's important for you as the business owner to be able to understand where you're at on a job in real time. Well, you simply click on Other Actions and then Cost Analysis. And we provide for you a quick cost analysis on this job, which calculates everything in real time. So for example, you can see our retail basis. This is materials and labor that we estimated. You can see the fact we have a change order, which we'll talk about more here in a moment. And then a total retail summary, which is now the estimate plus any change orders. Well, now here's our costs. So before you even start the job, we calculate what your costs are based on your material costs, based on your estimated labor. And you can see where you instantly sit on this job before you even start it. Now, the good news is, as real-time entries come in, like labor or things bought in the field, it can influence these numbers in real time. So your gross profit is always being recalculated every time you click on cost analysis. Pretty slick, isn't it? Mistake number two is dealing with change orders slipping through the cracks. Now, change orders is the number one profit leak in the contracting industry. To illustrate, a client asks for a small addition. Since you're here, could you extend the patio another few feet? Now, the request seems minor, so it gets done on the spot. The customer's happy, but it never gets documented and it never gets billed. Those small and documented changes accumulate. By year's end, they often total tens of thousands of dollars in unbilled work. You're just giving it away. Well, how do you fix it? Anytime the scope changes, create a change order immediately. Document what changed. Add the labor, add the materials required, allow the system to calculate the adjusted price, send it digitally for client approval. Maintain a clear and professional paper trail. This ensures every scope adjustment is accounted for, approved, and billed before the work begins. Lost revenue captured. Well, how easy is that to do in SolvePro? Let me illustrate it on our screen. So as you look at the screen, we're on work order 1084. I want to add a change order to it. Simply click on Other Actions, pick Add Change Order. Now, as we do this, we can see instantly I have a clean slate to start billing that change order. So I'm just going to select a few things. It's due on receipt. And we're going to put in the description here. Add 6 feet to walkway. Pretty simple. Well, I'm going to need some pavers for that. So let's start adding pavers. So here's our paver. And we're going to need 5 units of that. And you know what? It would be good to have an estimate of labor. I'm going to say my north crew is going to do it. And it's going to take them 5 hours. Now, if you instantly look at the bottom here, you can see labor is estimated and materials are estimated. Well, I can just keep adding items, whatever the case may be, for this change order. I'm going to hit save. We can see the basic configuration of the change order now. We have our material and we have our labor. It's going to cost the customer $978 to add that 6 feet. Well, I can either approve it or I can send it for approval. So the customer has to sign it electronically. And now I have a legal trail that this change order was approved and added to the job. It's that easy. Now, the cool thing, if you go back to work orders and look at cost analysis, we can now see we have another change order and the cost of that and the retail of that added to the job. Easy, simple tracking. What about mistake number 3? You see, this deals with a lack of centralized scheduling or a coordination system. Let's face it, scheduling errors are expensive. Crews arrive at the wrong job site, or even on the wrong day without notice to the customer, or with incomplete information because communication was scattered across text messages, phone calls, and handwritten notes, or what I like to describe as the post-it note syndrome. A single scheduling mistake can cost you several hours of labor and fuel and damage your reputation with clients. Worse, it pulls you away from higher value responsibilities because you're forced to spend your morning tracking down crews and redirecting them. Well, how can we fix this easily? Use a centralized real-time scheduling system that allows you to assign jobs directly to crews. Provide exact date, time, and location that could send automatic notifications to every crew member. Updates instantly when changes are made. Give crews access to the job details, even links to a map and client information. You see, bottom line, when your team knows exactly where they need to be and when, they stay efficient, professional, and on schedule. Well, let me illustrate how we can do this with SolvePro. Let's approve this work order, let's go back to our work orders. And we're going to look at change order number 2 that we just set up, and we're going to go ahead and approve it. So now it's approved, which means it could be scheduled, but let's look at our scheduling system. On the left-hand side, I'm going to click on schedule. What this will do is bring up all pending work that needs to be scheduled and allow us to look at our crews. I'm going to click hide resources here, and we see basically all of our scheduling. We can see all of the employees we can schedule for. And I see this tab over here, crews. Oh, I can see what my crews are doing for today. Notice this change order? I'm going to simply drag it and drop it to the north crew, and they're going to start at 8:30. Now we can see that job 1084-2, that's the change order, is scheduled for the north crew on November 29th at 8:30 a.m. Pretty simple. I can look at the week view. I can look at a month view. I can look at any resource we want to look at and be able to see exactly when resources are scheduled. Not only that, this updates and provides access on the mobile app so that these crews now have access to those jobs when they're scheduled. And I can see specific details about that job simply by looking at it on the calendar. Simple, easy way to manage crews, to manage schedules, to eliminate the chaos, to have it all in one place. So what's the bottom line here? Well, the 3 biggest sources of lost profit are not tracking job costs in real time or unbilled, undocumented change orders, and scheduling confusion and miscommunication. Now, you can instantly understand these problems intellectually. So let's face the facts. Without the right system in place, nothing changes. And that's why we offer a no credit card 30-day free trial. You see, by the end of our trial, you'll have complete visibility into how much money your business could be recovering. Right now, you're either tracking these things or you're guessing. And frankly, guessing is expensive. So thank you for watching this video, and I'll see you on the next one.